Hey guys, it's me, Red, and today you're gonna watch as I in the past magically and mystically turn Herbie the car into Mega Man. I know that means the title of this video is a lie, but I don't know. Turning Mega Man into a car sounds more interesting than turning a car into Mega Man. It's more of a Mega Man car when you think about it. But yeah, so this is a short little gag that's in a Snapcube episode, and I decided to Photoshop this for funsies. Uh, Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. See, the thing is that I know Herbie like personally. Um, we used to hang out a lot actually. And it's going to be I don't think Herbie watches Snapcube, so I think I'm in the clear, but I'm not like 100% sure, or like maybe people will send this to Herbie and then I'll have to explain it. And like, okay, I get that I shouldn't have in the first place, but I mean, how funny is it that I said Mega Man fully loaded and it's Herbie fully loaded, so I make Herbie into Mega Man, you know? But Herbie's not really a Mega Man fan. At least I'm not sure if Herbie is a Mega Man fan. I guess the question never came up. I mean, I'll have to ask Herbie, but now I'm a little worried because Herbie might end up seeing what I did if I ask Herbie about Mega Man, or it might be too obvious. But yeah, so y'all are probably thinking, "Wow, Red, how'd you come to know Herbie, the actual car?" Uh, and that's because I lived in Herbie for a little while. Like like okay, so Herbie's like an old school car, yeah. So Herbie, it's his guts are actually in the trunk. The front is completely empty. Now they do sort of change that in the movie, just because the front is where you expect all the engine and motor and stuff to be, but Herbie was actually one of those cars where the engine's in where the trunk is normally, and then the hood of the car is the trunk where you put your stuff. But yeah, so I lived in the hood of Herbie for quite a while. I actually had to when they were filming this very movie. They had to. Herbie was kind of a solid dude. He spotted for me to stay at a hotel while they were shooting. Like that was pretty cool of him. Um, but yeah, I needed a place to stay after I escaped, and Herbie was short on cash, and it'd been a long time since the last Love Bug movie, so he wasn't doing like super good for himself. So I kind of just lived in that hood for a little while, and lived with Herbie. Well, I guess lived in Herbie. But yeah, me and Herbie ended up spending a lot of time together. Now Herbie definitely wasn't the best. Uh, I guess roommate isn't the word for it. I guess like room. I mean, it's a small little car, obviously. So that's problem number one. But honestly, the biggest problem was that Herbie was like really into playing the drums at the time. So I'd be trying to sleep. It'd be like 3 a.m. and I'd be trying to get some sleep because I gotta work the next day, and Herbie would just be banging out the fucking drum solo, and like he was good at it. Don't get me wrong. Herbie can play a drum kit pretty damn good. The problem is that it's 3 a.m., and I get that Herbie doesn't need to sleep because Herbie is a car, but I mean, I'm paying Herbie to live in his hood. You'd think he'd be a little more considerate, but instead, every freaking morning he's playing that damn drum kit. There was also this one time he put an entire banana down the garbage disposal, like the peel and everything. And I mean like in the sink. because Herbie has, like, I wasn't just like curled up in the hood. It is, you go in there and it's like a fully furnished apartment. But Herbie put like a whole banana down there. And it's like, Herbie, if you don't like the banana, you can put it in the trash can, or you could ask if I would like the banana, or even if you just like threw it on the side off the side of the road. I mean, bananas decompose. I wouldn't endorse doing that because littering is mean and wrong, but I mean, a banana is definitely not like the worst thing you could litter because it's not gonna be like styrofoam where it just sort of lasts forever. But instead, he just put the whole dang banana down the garbage disposal, and it clogged up the sink, and I had to pay for it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little peeved at Herbie for that. Like, he never paid me back, or even admitted that he did it, but obviously he had to have done it because the plumber found banana in the drain, and no one else is living in there, so obviously it was Herbie. And it kind of ticked me off that Herbie never owned up to that, right? Because, like, bro, if you don't have the money to pay me, that's fine, but don't fucking lie to me, you know? Like, we're supposed to be friends. But okay, Herbie wasn't all bad. I feel like I'm being too negative. It wasn't awful living in Herbie. It was, for the most part, it was a pretty cool time. You know, we'd watch movies, and like he'd do a bunch of drag races, but he'd always like make sure that I wasn't like in his hood when he'd do that, which was very nice of him. He'd usually like spot me money to like go to like an arcade or something, which was cool. I wish that he'd be able to go to the arcade with me, but you know, they wouldn't let him in because he is an entire car, which is a little sad because it's thanks to Herbie putting me, you know, letting me hang out in those arcades that I discovered Sinistar, which is my favorite arcade game, and I wish I would have gotten to play it with Herbie. You know, it's you know, because it's like, hey, it's thanks to you that I discovered this thing that I really like, and you know, I'd like to play it with you. But yeah, I never got to show Herbie Sinistar. You know, I'm not even sure what my relationship with Herbie is anymore. He was cool to me at the time, but like after Fully Loaded, I don't know. He kind of ghosted me. Like, I mean, cuz like I don't know. I guess he thought they were going to make more Love Bug movies again after Herbie. And they didn't. And don't get me wrong, I don't take any Schadenfreude in that. I do feel bad for Herbie because, like, you know, he's what else is a living car supposed to do with himself, you know? But like, he kind of stopped talking to me after Fully Loaded, and it kind of hurt my feelings, you know? Like I thought that we were cool, that we were bros, you know? But like, he just didn't have the time for me anymore. And I guess it's not like Herbie's fault or anything, and I guess I can't be like mad at him for it, because, you know, friends grow apart and it's just a thing that happens. I don't know. I wish it didn't end like that. You know? I wish that we at least, I don't know. I wish it didn't end like that. But I don't know what Herbie's up to anymore. I hope he's doing okay. Like I said, I don't take any schadenfreude in the fact that no one's seen him in a while. I still care about him. Maybe I even like love him, like how you love like a person in your family. He really pulled through for me when I needed him. But like, and then he left, and it's weird because he wasn't, at least, I don't think he was like a bad friend. I don't know. I guess I'm not a great judge of character, but Herbie seemed like a solid dude. And I honestly, I'd still vouch for him. If a situation ever came up where I'd have to vouch for Herbie, then I would. Because, like, I don't know, usually when you break off a friendship, you get, when you spend some time away from it, you start to realize, oh, this was bad, and oh, this was a bad friend, but I don't know, Herbie never seemed like that, and I'm thinking back on all these times that we had, and I still can't see, like, why would he do all of these things for me if he wasn't my friend, you know? Like, why would he even care about putting me up in a hotel? Or, like, why would he even, like, spot me money when I needed it, even though, I was supposed to be helping him? Why would he have done that for me if he didn't care about me? I don't know. I guess I was kind of lying, at the beginning of this. Herbie, I miss you, man. And, like, you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. Like, I understand, but, I hope you're doing okay. I really hope that things are working out for you. If you never want to talk to me again, then I guess I don't understand, but it's okay, people grow apart, it happens, but I at least want to know if you're doing okay. I just want that peace of mind, if you'll let me have it. So, Herbie, if you see this, then hey, I'm here, and I'd like to, I'd want to know if you're doing okay, because I'm worried about you, man. I'm worried. Remember that time that we found that drive-in theater? That was crazy, right? Like, I didn't know that those were a thing anymore. But, like, we found one. And I got to see a movie with you in, like, a theater. And it was Jaws. And that was a really good movie. And oh my god, I remember you were so tense during that one part where, they think they got the shark, and but then like it just sort of, or no, it's that part where like they're all chilled out and like everything's okay, and then the shark just shows up and it's like, oh fuck. I remember you were shaking like crazy, and oh my god, those other patrons were getting like so pissed at us for your car noises. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't embarrassing. I guess that's just a fun memory for me, Just like a fun time that we had, and then we got popsicles and we just sort of sat and we talked about life. And that was cool. And we hadn't even known each other for that long, but I felt like a real connection, and not like a love connection. I don't know if I know what love is, romantically speaking, but I don't think it was that, but it felt like you were someone who was going to be like important to me, And you don't meet a friend like that very often, one that just like really means something to you, And I miss you. I hope you're doing okay. I miss that. Shit. Oh my god, that was so heavy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. I know that this isn't where I meant this to go at all. I'm so sorry. Um, but it looks like I'm finishing up now. This is for I believe it's Neopets episode 58 on Snapcube. So yeah, you'll get to see it for like a full second. Wow. God, what am I doing? I'm sorry. I didn't want it to go there. Guys, if you have the time, then call up someone you know and tell them how much they mean to you. It's definitely sappy and, you know, all that, but it will mean a lot to them. It'll mean so much to them. You know? And I guess, you know, take the time to really show how much you appreciate the people who are important to you. Because they won't be in your life forever. Before you know it, they'll have driven away. Okay, bye.